I was in the house with my two kids and I heard like 5, 6 gunshots, and next thing I know, they had streets blocked off everywhere.
A running gun battle on the streets takes on a whole new meaning when one of the shooters takes aim at a deputy. Good evening, everybody. Deputy Mike Gordon got very lucky. He was not injured by the flying bullets.
One of the suspects involved is still on the run. The other one, who according to investigators fired the shots at Deputy Gordon, is in the Justice Center. Michael Brown is charged with attempted murder, felonious assault, and weapons under disability. Local 12 News reporter Rich Jaffe joins us now from the Justice Center with the latest on the investigation. Rich.
Cammie, Michael Brown has been here before. In fact, at the ripe old age of 21, he just got out of prison barely a month ago, and that was for a felonious assault case. You can bet now, with the attempted murder of a deputy looking at him, he's not going to be going anywhere soon. The .22 caliber bullet aimed at Deputy Mike Gordon's face went through the side mirror of the cruiser and fortunately stopped when it hit the car's window. Investigators say the deputy, who hasn't been on the department for even 2 years, had just arrived on the scene of a running gun battle between Michael Brown and another man when Brown turned and fired at him. Lexus Claxton was watching the football game on TV a few doors away.
I heard about like 7 shots go off. It's about almost close to the end of the fourth quarter. I asked my girl, she heard it. She looked at me. Then we heard like another 5. By the time I got to the window, just see cops flying up and down.
Today, investigators were searching the area for evidence and working to identify the other suspect. The wall outside Valerie Rack's apartment was shooting and search central. She was inside last night on the floor with her 2 kids.
It's to the point to where my kids don't even come outside. They are scared. My 7-year-old, when he hears gunshots, he automatically hits the floor. So, I mean, this isn't the first time we've heard gunshots around here. I mean, I've been here since May, and this is actually like the 7th, 8th time.
Moments after firing the shots at Deputy Mike Gordon, Michael Brown was cornered by a canine hiding in a backyard a few doors away from the shooting scene. Deputies also recovered a .22 caliber revolver with 5 empty rounds in the cylinder and 1 unfired. They say he had a dozen fresh rounds in his pocket. Robin Shelton's cousin, Anthony Wright, was shot and killed just a block away in July.
And some guys came through shooting at each other, same incident, and he was shot in the head and killed. Yeah.
And they still haven't found the guy?
They still haven't found the killer. It's scary.
Shelton says she can't understand someone shooting at a deputy.
That's what went through my mind when I cut the TV on and they were talking about it. I said, you know, why would they go there with the sheriffs? We haven't had a problem at all.
I heard that a lot out there in Lincoln Heights, how much they appreciated the sheriff's patrols out there since their own police department folded. Major Mike Horton of the Hamilton County Sheriff's Department was talking with me about the fact that had Brown been shooting something more powerful than that .22, he might have had an entirely different outcome here. He also looked back and talked about the murder of police officer Sonny Kim just last year, and also just last week the attempted murder of a Woodlawn police officer when he got into a struggle with a guy with a gun, and that guy fired right at him, but the gun misfired. At the Justice Center, Rich Jaffe, Local 12 News. Cammie?
Rich, you really have to feel for the residents, the neighbors out there who are just going about their business, trying to live their lives, and they've got to dodge gunfire, for heaven's sake.
And you know, speaking back to that lady that we talked with who lived in the big pink apartment building, that gun battle pretty much took place right in front of her apartment house, and then they ran right down the side of that house. And you can only imagine how frightening it is for her on the floor with her 2 kids and that 7-year-old who has now been trained to dive for the floor when he hears the gunshots. It's a miserable situation.
Yeah, it really is sad. Rich, thank you. Michael Brown will be arraigned on his current charges tomorrow morning. And meanwhile, the search continues for that other man who was involved in the shootout. If you have any information about him, you're asked to call Crime Stoppers, and here's that number, 352-3040.